It will be a really long and painful journey. I work as a pharmacist in a hospital, and I'm a father of a teenage daughter.
I guess in 2008, the information wasn't as easy to find, so you learned by yourself.
Buying books online from the Amazon, the technical part is not the difficult. It is the mental part of it, accepting losses.
If you trust your strategy and you know you're doing it yourself and you have rules that you follow for yourself, I think, it will work. Hello and welcome to Trader's Story. Today I have Matija from Croatia with me. He's trading a $50,000 Hola Prime account and he just qualified for a $1,408 payout. Welcome, Matija. So welcome. I'm happy to have you here. So how are you today?
Oh, excellent. All is well. I managed to hit the requirements for the payout, and
yeah, it's a pretty good payout for a future one-step account. So do you wanna start with requesting your payout? You can request it live right now if you wanna share a screen, and you can just request the payout.
Okay, request payout. Can I ask for 1 moment? I set at 1,300.
Okay.
So I will trade with one micro ES future for the rest. I can. Oh no! Wait. If I set 1,300, is this what I will get, or is this what will go away from the account? Is that after or before the company share?
That's your share. So you have in total just your share $1,408.
Okay.
That's
then,
yours.
Okay, then I will go with this. I said, and I will use Rise. Okay.
Okay, use.
I have the counted Rise. Okay. Submit.
And output.
Success. Building.
Okay, let me put the timer because I want to see how fast is going to. So I put a timer and we want to see in how many minutes you're gonna receive the payouts.
Yeah, I saw that your company got the reward, right, for the fastest payouts.
Yeah, we try to do it. I mean, we do it in less than an hour.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, I know some they do days.
Yeah, or they wait. You have to wait 3 days to talk with them. Then 2 days, 3 days. It takes 5 till 10 days with most of the companies.
So first of all, who is Matija outside of trading?
I work as a pharmacist in a hospital, and I'm a father of a teenage daughter. So that is.
Okay, so a father and a pharmacist.
Yeah. And
okay, so how did you start trading? When did you start trading? You said 2008.
15 years ago.
15 years ago.
Yeah, because it.
Okay, so what made you want to trade?
It seemed interesting. And
it seemed interesting.
Yeah, like evolving, like always different. A lot of different stocks. They had a huge movements, and then you start learning. Then you find out that there is a futures market, there is a forex market, and then you realize that everything is connected. That markets effects on so many things. Politics, elections. Then you find out about the commodities, and it's very every day is really interesting in markets. So that is the main driver.
So it's exciting for you, yeah. But I guess in 2008, the information wasn't as easy to find. Where did you find the information? How did you?
Buying books.
How did you learn?
Buying books online from the Amazon, but then then I found several websites like Motley Fool, like stockcharts.com, but then you realize that the things that are written before, like from I think John Murphy, Alexander Elder, Bridge Timbarger, you realize that things are a bit outdated because market is so fast evolving. And you can see it on the crypto. 15 years ago, crypto was in nobody's mind. Now everybody's talking about Bitcoin, about Ethereum. So you have to follow all the information. That is the good part of the internet. And you can find a lot of specialized forums like Forex Peace Army, and you can find even educational part on the different prop companies that, and you can read on the forums, experience from other traders, insights, I don't know, like Wall Street Journal, Financial Times, and like it's become like common information now, but before it was very hard to find.
So you learn. So you learn by yourself,
Yes,
basically.
yes,
How
reading
long did it
books.
took you to become profitable?
4 years, I think 4 years. And a
Ooh,
lot of
fast.
trial and error. Yeah, because the technical part is not the difficult. It is the mental part of it, accepting losses and realizing that you only need to be right maybe 45% of the time. Not You don't have to hit every trade. That is against the human nature and the counter intuitive thing in trading.
Oh yeah.
The hardest part is to learn to accept that you're wrong in a trade and use stop loss, accept loss, reset your mind, and wait another setup.
So how do you do that?
So you have to pick the time of the trading because, and one other thing, I learned to stay at least 10 minutes away from the big news, like non GDP, like GDP, ADP, FOMC, Federal Reserve meetings. Best not to trade 1 hour before and 1 hour after them because there are a lot of stop losses being hit and algorithms and traders they all react to news and in that period everything can get really distorted fast and the first 5 minutes of opening of New York session, like when New York Stock Exchange opens, then everything goes up, down, and only then it comes. I find it
So
next is also.
I do. I do like to talk a lot about the psychology
Mhm.
because we as trader know that's the most important part. So what was the hardest lesson that you learned?
Uh, Hardest part is accepting that look, we are every one of us is trained in our school system, and you have to get the good grades. You have to have 90%, 100%, and you have to do that for ground school, for high school, and then university if you go to that. And now, if you go into trading, that is totally different. Now you have to take away everything that you've been taught, and you have to accept, okay, I'm wrong, move on. And like I know, if you're in civil engineering and you make a mistake, that is a huge problem. If you make a mistake as a doctor, as I don't know, even lawyers, mathematicians, that is a problem. But in trading, it only comes down to how good are you at managing risk and accepting, okay, bad trade, move on.
So you're saying prop firms actually help you build your discipline and learn from your mistakes.
Yes, I
That's
believe that if
yes.
that is one of the best parts of the prop firms because you have more peace of your mind in trading. Because our mind is very differently wired when we risk our own money. Then all the bad
True.
emotions, all the baggage you have will arise to the surface and it will, how do I say it, you will not perform as well as you would perform when you had no pressure. So the entire idea of trading is to find a way to focus and to ignore all your problems outside noise. You have to be, I would say, like professional athlete in that, but mental preparation, like maybe chess players when you see them, or like everything. You have to be in the zone to follow your plan.
Do you want to show us some strategy? You want to show us some charts? And
Yeah, sure, no problem.
yeah.
Do you see my
Okay.
chart?
1 second. Yes.
Okay, just a moment. Yes, here it is. Okay, so this is gold. One moment.
Okay.
And
What indicators you use?
okay, these are proprietary made. What you see is green and red colors, arrows. They are triangles, pardon. This is my own making. This is buy or sell signal. Okay. And let's focus on this one, so I'll explain you. When I get this signal, I use the alerts, okay? And here it is 10 seconds. So I don't have to watch at the chart all the time. And this was maybe some 8 minutes ago. After the candle turned the color is just for me to make it more visual and more easy to understand. So this is the point where I will enter gold. And this here is the point where I will exit it. So at the same moment, I have my entry and stop loss. I have no idea how long gold will go. So here I'm only interested in buying long. And what you see here, this teal, and this is some kind of, I don't know, light, I don't know what color is in the lower, how do you call it? These are Keltner channels. They are first and second deviation. And if I entered at this point long gold, here's my stop. And now, as you can see here, the price is rising. I'm good with that. But now I have to know where will I exit. And here is the exit. If the gold falls, if the price goes in this zone, I view this as a weakness and I will sell. And you see the gold is still rising. From this point, let me just, okay, here. So entry will be here. You see, this is some 4 points or so. At the worst case scenario, I will exit with 1.4 points. And here was my entire risk. Okay, so this is gold and this is 10-second chart. ES futures, this is a bit different. I put it on 5-second chart, but I can change. Here is 10-second, and 10 seconds is better because you have less trades. You also have always your fixed risk, and you see if it goes, look, here, it was some 40 minutes ago at 73.75 would be my entry point. And my risk entire will be, let's round it to 6 points. So if I have $2,000 in my account to lose, right, that is my max amount. And I go with only 4 micro futures, that would be 6 times 20. I would risk only $120. And that is maybe one. So this means that I could go with 20 bad trades in a row. And you see at this point here, we are 6 points in the profit.
Okay, so you trade different time frames, depend on forex and the futures. You put your take profit, or you just
no, I have no idea how will it go. No, when I enter trade, I watch it, I follow it, because I'm good at putting stops, but I really have no idea how long can it go. Sometimes it is only 1 point, and sometimes it is 20, 30 points. So the best is to follow it, and when you see that the price is stopping or is going against you, take profit, close everything, and that's all. But that is just something that suits me. I know that other traders like to use. Nobody knows how far will it go. I tried using the Fibonacci retracements, projections, pitchforks. Like nothing works. It works sometimes. It's like toss of coin.
That works for you. That is your That's what it is. You have to find your own path and your own strategy. You cannot follow somebody else's strategy because
you cannot, because
what works for me cannot work for you, and the reverse.
We are different. Our perception of the market is different. I see this as dropping. Somebody will see this as an excellent support setup, and they will go long. And it all depends on how good you backtest everything. And you see, the price is showing more upside action now. And that is why I stayed away. And I will go long only when price clears 5113.4. It has to be above that, because that shows me we have buying. And this now, where you see the price, it is moving in the upper Keltner channel. You must get out of short. Cover short, buy, bad trade, wait for the next setup.
So would you say you are more of a patient or an aggressive trader?
Well, from my perspective, some mix, but from the outside, I think aggressive in a way because there are a lot of trades, but conservative because my risk is very low. If you even trade on one big gold contract here, that contract is worth about $0.5 million, and your risk is $300. That is very small.
Okay, so let's check if your payout is in. They are telling me you should have received it.
It says, let me check. You just got paid on the rise. It is excellent.
So it is. It took 23 minutes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And also, so you know, you're going to receive an email where they explain it to you. You're going to have a 70% discount on your next challenge if you share the payout certificate on Instagram or Twitter.
Oh,
You're going to
excellent.
receive an email about that. What do you think separates you today, your version that you are today, from the version when you first started?
I'm older.
Yeah,
No,
older and wiser.
I'm not sure about that.
Right.
But
That's how old.
experience. Experience. It is like when
Experience.
you've done very big amount of trades, when you've seen it all, when it happens over and over like deja vu, and then you accept it. Like when you start with something, it's always, you take it very emotional. But as we get more mature, you realize that it's just business, and then you take the trade, right? If it's good, you take it and you don't think about it. And when you start thinking, that is what nobody told me, because I didn't knew anybody. I had no mentor. If it is bad, cut it. If it's good, stick with it. Just experience, nothing else.
Yeah, that's how we learn, I guess, through experience.
Yeah, that's the best teacher, I think.
100%. Would you say your strategy now it's more simple or more complex than when you started?
More simpler.
More simpler.
Yeah, because I realized I like trend following, and I realized that the more things you put on the chart, you're doomed. Three of them says go, the fourth one says stay, the fifth and sixth says go in the opposite direction, and then your mind freezes. The simpler, the better. Like if it works. Use just few parameters. If it's good, take it. Don't think about it. That's all.
But how did you find the strategy that works for you and the time frame too? You are very
A lot of work.
A sculptor.
5-6 hours each day for months, taking 10 instruments, finding what works for them, so I was writing patterns. This works in European session, this in US session. Then you realize that each instrument is different, that crude oil is driven with this, natural gas with it. It was trial and error. Gold is driven with central banks, with big banks, with hedging, shorting. Index is very much driven by the US policy. What the Federal Reserve does, it affects the entire world. Then you have some kind of black swan events, then you have wars, then you have weather problems. But I try just to remove all the noise. In the end, I realized if you start reading all those news, you cannot follow it. You are not fast enough. There are machines, there are ultra speed hedge funds with everything. You cannot do that. But you must stick to the 2 or 3 instruments, find what works, and do it. Simple. Just simplify, make it work.
How did you find Hola Prime?
Facebook ad. And I read several of those web pages that follow many different prop firms. I read the rules, and seemed well, and I decided to try.
What made you decide to try? Like what?
I like new things. Nothing special. I like the design. I like the idea of the fast payouts, and that's all.
I mean, if you trust your strategy and you know you're doing it yourself and you have rules that you follow for yourself, I think,
Look, my risk is very limited. I just purchased the plan. if I cannot lose that small amount of money, I should not be in trading, right?
If you could talk to yourself on the first day of trading, what would you say to yourself? Basically, what would you say to beginners?
It will be a really long and painful journey.
So get ready.
Yeah, but it's worth it, you know.
It's worth it, yeah. Okay, Mate, it was very nice talking to you.
Same to you,
A
Adela.
lot of interesting points that I noted for myself too. Interesting strategy. And yeah, good luck
Thank you very much.
for the future. And I hope you a lot of payouts.